Thank you for allowing me to interview you. I'm so excited to hear more about your awesome sleep condition. So could
It's
you
a
just
snooze.
could you just introduce yourself?
I'm Jeana Collier. I'm 33. I live in Virginia Beach with my husband, our three kids, Puppy and Turtle.
So, when did you find out that you had idiopathic hypersomnia?
I was first diagnosed in 2011 after my husband made me get a sleep study done because I was falling asleep at the wheel after a full night's sleep. Coffee, breakfast, everything. I couldn't even drive 30 minutes without having to pull over and sleep. I was sleeping in the bathroom at work, skipping lunches to go sleep in the car, falling asleep at important events and everything. So I've been on medicine since 2011.
Would you say it started more like when you were an adult, or did you have similar symptoms when you were like younger as well?
So it seems like it's progressively gotten worse the older I get, but as a teenager, we just thought I was sleepy because I was a teenager. And then, you're extra sleepy when you're pregnant. You're extra sleepy when you're a new mom. But there were a lot of signs that we weren't really putting together that it wasn't normal.
What does a typical day in your life look like having this?
So typically, a regular day now, thankfully, I don't have to get up and go to work full time every morning because the drive was a little scary. Even with my medicine in my system now, I can still sleep right through it. Since I've been on it for so many years, it really doesn't work very well. But I set multiple alarms on both phones, my watch. Sometimes it helps because the watch like vibrates, which can kind of alert me more than a sound far away. But I've got this giant old-fashioned very alarm clock as well that I put across the room. I spray myself in the face with water to try to wake up. I have my vitamins and snacks right by the bed to try to wake me up in case I've slept so long and my blood sugar is low. This is the medicine that I normally take every 4 hours, which is really annoying because it feels like every time I turn around, I'm having to take my medicine and either it hasn't kicked in yet or it's just worn off. I have to plan everything around taking my medicine and hope that it's going to work that day. This medicine is a new one that really gave me hope, but it's only approved for narcolepsy right now, and it was going to be $700 a month. And it really didn't seem to work well enough after my 2 week or so trial to pay $700 because I could still fall asleep after the 2 weeks. I was still napping even on the medicine. Got niacin, B vitamins, wake up on time, pure energy, rescue energy, fatigue. Like I try all the homeopathic, all the all natural things. Coffee, of course, if I'm staying hydrated. But all day, every day, basically, I'm trying to wake up and not be embarrassed of myself. Like when my husband comes home, I know it doesn't make him feel good when he's been at work all day and then he thinks I'm just sleeping all day. So there's a lot of guilt issues that come with it too. That's probably the hardest part, I would say, is that you look fine, but really you never feel fine and you never feel refreshed and you never really know what it feels like to wake up after a good night's sleep, no matter how long or how little you've slept. So I nap all throughout the day. Unfortunately, it feels like, I don't know if you've ever been to a fair where they have the gravitrons that spin you and you're laying up against the pads. But that's what it feels like to me, only like I'm being pulled into the bed or like down. It doesn't matter. Like I will lay and sleep on the floor. I will sleep on a toilet. I will sleep at a table, at a desk. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But when you feel that, it's like just everything in your body and your mind is just the brain fog. Everything is like just being pulled to sleep so much that you can't fight it. So tomorrow morning, my husband's driving me to a doctor's appointment because they have to draw my blood at exactly 8 a.m. So I've been putting it off because I'm afraid I'm going to sleep through my alarms or I'm not going to get there on time. And I have to take a certain medicine tonight at exactly 11 for them to draw my blood exactly at 8. So my husband's taking off of work to drive me to the appointment to make sure I don't oversleep.
Wow. It's lacking in this field of research.
In research, I would say probably awareness worldwide, because it's one of those unseen things. I mean, everybody's kind of heard of narcolepsy, but no one that I talk to fully understands it, especially not hypersomnia. The medicines being so divided, whether it's for narcolepsy or for hypersomnia, really limits my options. Like when this one is not fully working well anymore, there's really nowhere else to go at this point. But I really wish there was some sort of delayed onset that I could take at night to make sure that I wake up 8 hours from then, or however many hours would be even possible, because it takes so long throughout the day for the medicine to actually build up in my system and work like it used to. My doctor had mentioned flumazanil, I think it's called, something like that, that Emery had been researching, and I watched the special on it too. And she said ideally it would be amazing if people with hypersomnia could have a little like a insulin type pouch where you carry around your hip and give you a little dose of it whenever you feel like you're going to fall asleep, you know. But right now it's only able to be administered in hospitals, and you can't realistically go to the hospital and get a shot of that, like what they wake people up from comas with, I think. Wow. So if there was anything in small doses for throughout the day that you could give yourself a little bit of that when you need it, but not be forced to take a medicine every 4 hours. You know, something that would work instantaneously would be great versus waiting forever for medicines to kick in. Differently than that, the being able to wake up in the morning without fear going to sleep, because every night when I finally feel awake, I finally feel refreshed, then I know it's time for me to go back to bed. How am I going to wake up tomorrow?
I hope that this could be a light to other people that are struggling. I bet.
Yes, I'm so grateful that Emery cares.